Shalom UncleK. Peace be upon you. Hallelujah. All praises to the Most High Yah, Yahuwah, through His Son, Yahushua HaMashiach. It's your brother, UncleK, and we're back with another one. I hope you're having a Baruch day. And I hope right now you have a sound mind and a sound heart. Now, before we get into the content, like the content, share the content, and comment down below. And if you're not a supporter, become a supporter right now. I just advise you to tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. So let's get into it. You could be steered in the wrong direction by an individual that's not speaking truth. You could be steered in the wrong direction by an individual that's giving you a message to make you feel good. See, very few men are putting out information that's indicating to you the steps that you must take on this narrow path. Very few. And there's a broad amount of individuals on this platform that's speaking to you with sweet words, that's making you comfortable, that's making you think about the flesh, that's making you observe other people and how they're reacting to you more so than you seeking after the Most High and knowing how to walk. Yes, you are supposed to observe the times that you're living in, but by any means, women are not your main objective by being Kodesh and being set apart. Having a glow is not the main objective of being set apart. Being set apart means that you are holy. You see, and a lot of men don't know that. You know, a lot of men are staring the youth and those that are at a matured age as well too, because you know, wisdom doesn't discriminate on the age, right? At any age you could seek after wisdom. You can ask the Most High and He will give it to you, right? So we know wisdom doesn't discriminate with age. So you do see a lot of older gentlemen speaking foolish as well too. And this is primarily what's steering people in the wrong direction. That's guiding people into Gehenna, Sheol, right? You gotta be wise about who you listening to. This is not me trying to make y'all listen to me all day long, because there's a lot of great content out there that's so edifying that could break down scriptures. You gotta be a student as well. Have to be a student. A wise man, he will want to learn more to become wiser. A wise man will want to be corrected in his ways so that he can be wiser, right? A fool doesn't want to be corrected. So when you see a lot of men talking about, you know, women and getting attraction from women, people staring at them everywhere they go, feeling like a celebrity, they're not focused on the Most High. And this is what the flesh wants you to think about. That's why I constantly say that semen retention is not the end all be all. It's not. It's a great lifestyle to have discipline, have self-control. But with all that, if you're not obedient to the Most High, if you don't have Yahushua HaMashiach as your head, where are you going? You're only going to be running back into a wall, running back into the same iniquities. Running back to it, nonstop. Because rather you hearken unto a wise man, you hearken unto a fool. That's extremely repetitive, that talks about the same things every single day, that gives you the same watered down message, but don't tell you things that you must stand clear from. See, and this is something we got to pay attention to, because you may not be seeking after the Most High, but you might be on it for a long stretch, right? And this is what happens primarily, right? A man, he would get on this lifestyle change. He would start off super spiritual. He would say that semen retention is making me want to seek the Most High even more, right? He starts off real hot. He'll be in the scriptures. Then after a while, he starts talking about women all day, looking at him all day. You know, start talking about this and that, talking about, you know, when you get a lineup, when you get a haircut, you know, when you're dressing good, you know, all these things. Then you start seeing the flesh start coming up. That's something that you got to take heed to, right? Because when you start practicing righteousness, I got to start laughing, because when you start practicing righteousness, right? When you hearken unto righteous practices, it starts to bring out the truth in you. You see? So if in your mind and your heart, you're not set on righteousness, then guess what? That flesh is going to come out, right? See, I don't get it when men make excuses about testosterone, about hormones increasing on this lifestyle change that leads them to feeling more lustful. I don't agree with those things, because having high levels of testosterone actually increases your focus. Testosterone itself does not create aggression. It creates a calmness. It creates self-control, because that is the primary hormone for a man, not estrogen. But men do contain a natural small amount of estrogen to create that hormonal balance. You see? So, testosterone doesn't primarily make you uncontrollable in your ways. It should make you more controllable in your ways. Because when you're off balance, that's when you start doing off balance things, right? But when you're on point, when you are balanced, everything is balanced out. You see, you gotta take heed, man. You gotta take heed. You can't be having so much people you listening to. You gotta have, your circle gotta be small, man. Cling unto a wise man. Cling unto one. Cling unto two. At most, 3, maybe. But try your best to cling unto wise men. Stop hearkening unto these fools out here, man. This is for the men that are trying their hardest to live a set-apart lifestyle, but they going back to these individuals that's talking to them about lustful desires. Talking to them about, you know, you gotta have this type of body to attract women. You know, you gotta do this and do that, and, you know, women are attracted to the glow, and, you know, women could feel your seed and all this foolishness, man. If that's the case, why speak about it? Why speak about it, right? You see, because that's how the adversary works. The adversary, he knows how to slip and slide into every crevice, man. Into every every platform, every area where there's something that has to be done in order to bring deliverance and to bring people to the Most High, to elevate the mind. You know, he infiltrates all areas, man. He infiltrates the scriptures. So now he has people out here so religious that's not really giving you the truth, not giving you the Basora, not giving you the Torah, not giving you the laws, the statutes, and the commandments. He's only giving you bits and pieces of truth, but not really. And then when you go into another direction where we're talking about developing yourself through the Mashiach, right? Which we call it self-mastery, we call it self-development. Primarily, it's not always about self, right? Because we didn't wake up this morning on our own, right? So it's about the Most High. The Most High woke us up. The Most High has given us that development, right? The Most High made us from the dust, and we shall return. Right, but he will even slide into an area like this where we're supposed to have self-control, and he's going to send agents out here that's going to speak all these messages to you instead of hearkening on what to avoid, right, on what to pay attention to, what to focus on. Right, that's why you can't have so many people in your ear telling you this, that, and the third, man, because they talk from a vanity point. They talk from a fleshly point. They don't talk from the Ruach. Right, their minds and hearts have been tampered with. If you're a Kodesh man, I know you definitely don't want somebody in your ear talking to you about something that's not gonna make you wiser. Because listen, what you listen to does play a big role. Even when these individuals think that it's cool to listen to rap music that's in these industries and just listen to these things all day just because they in the gym and working out. You think it's not spirits and things that's been cast on that music? These artists ain't talking about nothing. It's just over a beat. You actually like the beat. You don't like what they saying. It just sound like they going with the beat. You know, these individuals, man, they gonna talk and then confused. Because as soon as a man starts talking about women and talking about, oh, he's doing it for this, he's doing it for that, and he's starting to see this happen. He's talking about exes, he's talking about women approaching him, trying to get his number, and women staring at him in the gym and all that. That's how these things creep in. That's how your mind get pulled away from the truth. And now you start observing how people reacting to you. When that's not the case, man. A man that doesn't have anything, right? He has but little. There could be a man in this world that's sleeping in a cave right now, practicing semen retention. Right? He has to go out and search for food. Right? He has no ID, he has no wallet, he has no health benefits. He's in a cave though. He go out get his food. He's not worried about women looking at him. He's not worried about somebody treating him like a celebrity. You see, semen retention doesn't mean much to that extent when you start thinking of it like that. You see, what it is you have to be righteous. You have to be Kodesh. You have to be set apart. And when you're set apart, you're not of the world, so you're more easily identified. People don't seem to understand that. They think it's just you retaining your seed. What is that? And then you still focus on society. You still focused on fleshly things. That's the only reason why you know that women are very attracted to you, because they constantly looking at you. And you're constantly meditating on it. But if you're about your business, you don't see it too often. I know I don't. I just be about my business. And I move with strength, and I know I'm Kodesh. So whatever happens, happens, but I don't be out here being every single day. I'm like, I had at least 30 women stare at me today. Nah, man. No, you can't have too many people in your head, man, talking to you crazy. If it's not wisdom, then don't get near it. There's too much fools that's speaking about truth You can't have a fool speak about truth because there's no truth from a fool. You see how that work? Don't let anyone steer you in the wrong direction talking about the glow, about female attraction. If anything, we expose these things. We expose it. We expose it for what it truly is. We expose it. Right? I hope this gave you some edification. Shalom Aleichem. Peace be upon you. Hallelujah. All praises to the Most High Yahuwah through his son Yahushua HaMashiach. It's your brother UncleK. Glad y'all tapped into another one. Like, share. Comment down below if you're not a supporter. Become a supporter right now. Continue to have a Baruch day. Keep a sound mind and a sound heart. I'll see you soon, Most High willing. But for now, peace.